بسم الله الحمد لله صلاة السلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are prepared for this evening and for tomorrow, which is the first day of Ramadan. Now, before I greet each and every one of you guys in this blessed month, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to see the next day, to experience it and experience the whole entire month and earn His love and His mercy throughout, is I want to talk about a very important and sensitive topic with many people. And that is forgiveness. Forgiveness. You know, we can absorb so much if we have a clean heart, if we have an open heart, if we have a merciful heart. And I know that there's many of us out there that have problems with people, and we are holding grudges. And there's certain people in our life that we will never forgive. And I'm not saying that you don't have reason for it. I'm sure you have a lot of reasoning to whatever it is that's upsetting you or holding you back from having any type of relationship with that individual. But I do want you to know that the more open you are and the more merciful you are and the more clean your heart is and doesn't have these heavy burdens, it is more receptible. And that's what we want. We want our hearts to be soft and sound and pure. And I'm sorry to say that we can never reach that amount of pureness that we desire with withholding grudges, withholding that hatred or resentment or any ill feelings towards anyone. So in the month of Ramadan, we're expected to earn Allah's mercy. We want Allah's mercy. We want His forgiveness. We want Him to elevate our status. We want Him to increase us. But how can we really be absorbent to this or clinging to this type of, going to these types of acts or having this type of spirituality and contentment and closure and tranquility and serenity if we have these things in our heart? And I know many people think that forgiveness is a sign of weakness, that, oh, you're stupid, you caved in, you're the one that you let them do that to you. But no, we have no way of controlling what people do, but we can control ourselves. We can control ourselves. We can control how we react to certain things and to certain people. But never let someone's ill doings change you and affect you, and where you just become exactly like them. So we have to understand forgiveness is super important, more so for you personally than the other person, the other side. So I want you to forgive. I really want you to think about it today. I want you to think of those people that you're not talking to or you used to talk to, and release your heart from them. Release that anger, release that animosity, release that hesitation to move forward. I don't care what they did. I'm honestly saying I don't really care what they did. Just let it go for you. Let it go so you can be a free spirit. Let it go so you can grow. Because without it, you're going to keep doing the same things, and you're going to keep those ill feelings inside, and they're going to prevent you from growing. And that's in every capacity. So do it for you. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And today I'm going to share with you just a few reminders on why we should do so. Now, the Prophet Muhammad said, whoever suffers any injury, grief or sadness, any injury, and forgives the person responsible for that injury, God will raise his status to a higher degree, and He will also remove one of his sins. Now, in this specific hadith, the Prophet Muhammad is giving us that glad tidings that if we practice this, that of course people are going to hurt us. We're human, and we live on the dunya where there's imperfectness everywhere. And yes, we will hurt people and people will hurt us, whether intentionally or unintentionally. But he is saying whoever suffers such illness, injury, or grief, or sadness from someone and forgives the person responsible for doing so, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise their status and He will forgive one of their shortcomings. Now, if we expect forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we really have to have the ability to forgive others as well. We can't be like asking Allah to forgive all of our imperfections, the ones that we are purposely doing and those that we're not doing it purposely, we're unintentionally doing it. But yet we can't forgive when somebody looks at us a certain way or says something behind our backs or even embarrasses us in front of people or takes something that's not rightfully theirs. Yes, they're all wrong. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not justifying their action. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold them accountable for their action. But I want you to free yourself from them. Free yourself. There's also a verse and many verses in the Quran, but there's the one that I chose to say to you today is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and let them pardon and overlook. He says, would you not like that Allah should forgive you? He's asking you a question. And Allah is forgiving and merciful. In this one ayah, Allah is commanding. He's giving us something that we should respond to. He's saying, let them pardon, let them overlook. In other words, let them forgive. And he asks a very bold question that I want you to reflect on. He says, would you not like that Allah should forgive you? How many imperfections do we have, guys? Don't we definitely need the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You guys, we will not even see, smell, taste paradise without His mercy. Doesn't matter how much good you do. You always need the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He ends it with highlighting His beautiful attributes, that He is forgiving and He is the most merciful. So I really want you to start this Ramadan off right. I really want you to forgive and I want you to let go. Now, I'm not saying you have to completely mend, but I know that's a whole different talk and conversation. But I want you yourself to release them from your heart and not have any bad vibes towards them. Do your part and forgive them and leave the rest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's really, I want you to try this Ramadan, because I really want you to take all the benefits of Ramadan, and you're not going to be able to do it with a heavy heart or a dark heart. We want a pure heart. We want it energized and loving and merciful, and that way we can earn the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this blessed month. So I ask you and I beg you that if you have any ill feelings towards anyone, you have a grudge towards someone, release them from you and free your soul and allow your soul to experience this beautiful month with that freedom. So that way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can grant you His mercy and you can be more open. Instead of occupying yourself with them, you're occupying yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and getting closer to Him, earning His love and hopefully gaining His mercy. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak to you, your family, and your loved ones. And again, I wish that this Ramadan is the best Ramadan you ever experienced yet. Take care and have a great one.